Welcome back. You're watching Visions. I'm Helen Roshkood, and if you've just joined us, we're talking today to Alannah Dore. Welcome back, Alannah.
Thank you, Helen.
Your next and new venture is an online adventure.
Yes.
So tell us about the sort of home-based programs that are accessible online.
Okay, they're personal growth programs and practical, 100% natural, down-to-earth exercises and activities that are used to guide a person through their day-to-day life and how to make the most of their day-to-day life.
Yes.
I've worked with a lot of people who have suffered like myself, and there's a lot of people suffering out there, whether it's in their relationships, whether it's physically, whatever. And they've got a lot from some very simple basic techniques and strategies. One in particular is a guy he was a middle-aged guy, and he'd just really given up on any hope of being happy. And he'd had 2 divorces, he had a massive health scare, and he was probably drinking his feelings because they were all suppressed, which is what a lot of us do. We eat our feelings or drink alcohol or whatever, or do other things, act out in other ways that are not supportive. And he learned the 7 living essentials and started implementing some of the processes into his life. It's just fantastic. It was fantastic to see the results he got, and he's one of many over the last 15 years who have done this personal growth. Now, what's exciting now is that I could reach so many people. I have had programs where I'm either counselling them individually or I'm training other people to be counsellors, which I've been doing for quite a few years now, and also running workshops, live events. And that's where we can shift some of the really deep, long suppressed stuff that needs a lot more care and a lot more compassion. Now, there's no boot camps here.
No.
It's all about compassion. So there's got to be a really loving, supporting, nurturing process. Because just bringing up the feelings, per person's own feelings, without anything else scary coming from outside, can be scary enough. And it's not just about that, it's about really replacing, it's about releasing and replacing with positive. So another lady, she had a terrible time. Once again, relationship issues. She'd been the breadwinner in the family and the main breadwinner, and had just really realised that she'd been playing the blame game for too long, and the marriage had split up, and the children were unhappy, parents were unhappy, and they weren't particularly that vital and healthy either. There were a lot of issues happening there. So she was one. It only takes one person to start implementing this. It's not about trying to get everyone else on the boat. They'll come later once they see things happening, and once a person starts interacting differently, it starts to affect and change the dynamics that's happening with other people, the people they love as well. And I'm happy to say that they actually reunited, and they're living happily ever after, really, with holistic happiness habits. Yeah, so the online venture is an opportunity for more people worldwide to access the programs in their own home and start to put them into action. So some of those can be done independently, some of them people might choose to have a coach.
Yes. And what sort of people can access your program?
I think the sort of people that do access the programs that are accessible online or the live events are your everyday person who, a lot of them have got to a stage, and a lot of them have really come to that getting of wisdom stage, turned 40. They've either hit a midlife crisis because they maybe weren't noticing the signposts earlier in their life, or they've just had a breakthrough in awareness that, gee, there's more to life than this. So a lot of these people, relationships is a huge thing, huge one. A lot of people who have gone through relationship breakdown and looked at, gee, what could have I done earlier for this to happen? I don't want this to happen again. People with health issues, it's amazing how much your mind and your emotions and taking care of that does make a difference to your health and well-being as well. Really anyone, but more and more people, I think, with the new younger generations coming through, a lot of them seem to be becoming aware a lot sooner. I'm getting a lot more younger people, and the people that I've trained as counsellors are getting a lot more younger people that are just picking up a lot sooner that, hey, I don't have to be like this. I can reclaim my birthright for happiness.
Oh, fabulous. And in your book, you refer to naked emotions. Tell us about these.
Yeah, naked emotion. It's really about emotional honesty. And I often refer to, it's about stripping down naked emotionally for yourself first, and that requires developing strong, clear, healthy boundaries, knowing who you're going to be that emotionally honest with, that you can always have a good intention, but we choose and be selective. If other people have to earn the right to get that close to us. So naked emotion is about real emotional honesty and learning to do that in our relationships.
And you're intending to have an international presence with your online programs as well.
Well, we already have an international presence. We have an international presence with the training holistic living counsellors. Many counsellors, really, we've had UK, America and Europe. We've had them accessing home-based training. They do actually come for live events, but now that's turning into a personal growth. Instead of just for the professional growth people, now that's a personal growth opportunity that people worldwide will be able to access those programs.
And Alannah, what is your vision for creating a better future worldwide?
Emotional honesty. I'd have to say that'd be the key. If we can all learn that it's safe to be with ourselves, it's safe that we can heal old wounds. There's a lot of people are walking around with big backpacks on their back full of emotional baggage. If we could all learn to do that, then, and that's a process. It's not something you just tell people to do. It's a process. I think the world, the environment, everything would be so much happier.
Alannah, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on Visions. Thank you very much for your company. You've been watching Visions. I'm Helen Roshkoot, and our special guest today was Alannah Dore. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.